Wow. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you walking out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. And it's the brother Kwara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I want to go into another lesson. As you see, is a quick hit. And it says things will get more clear for us the closer we get to the end. You know, and it stems from last night. You know, the Thursday Live last night. It was a statement that the Elder Tasapa had made. You know, how us having this truth, we know what's going on. You know, and he was pretty much going into the closer we get to the end, things should be more obvious for us as believers. You know, and I thought of the scripture is in Proverbs, which I'm gonna get here in a few, but it kind of say the same thing, you know, and that's how it should be like that. You know, it should be like that, you know. You know, when we come into the truth, right, we just finding out about things concerning our heritage. We just found out about things concerning the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, right? This kingdom that we live in, so on and so forth. But the thing is, oh, and we believe in the prophecies. We understand missiles go come, the MOTB, it's the RFID, CHIP. But the thing is, even as a matter of fact, let me get another precept. I brought this one up the other day because right now we know in part and we prophesy in part. But the thing is, as time goes on and we get closer to the end, things should become even more obvious for us, man. Our faith gonna go stronger because now we're gonna be able to see more things. The Lord gonna reveal more to us. You know, be more steadfast, rooted and grounded, so on and so forth. But let me get this real quick in 1 Corinthians 13, because as of right now, we know in part, right? We know in part. We know a few things. We've seen a few things. But from here on out, from today, what today is, May 3rd, 6:56 a.m. in my, Texas time. From this day forward, as believers, our faith should skyrocket daily, man. The prophecies should be more obvious to us daily, man. You know, our diligence for the truth should, if not being steady, increase daily, man, which that's up to the Lord, you know, the effort part. But nevertheless, I'm gonna get this precept, then I'm gonna get the precept I wanted. And shalom to any Akim Akwat who may be tuning in. Y'all Bashim Al Shabrak a thumb. Matter of fact, I'm glad I look. Let me share my screen so y'all can follow along. But again, it stems from last night, the Thursday Live. Elder Taza Pa kind of mentioned this, how things should become more obvious to us as we get closer to the end. But let's snag this real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 9 in the NLT, right? 1 Corinthians 13 and 9 in the NLT. It says, now our knowledge is partial. Let's see what partial means. It says existing only in part, incomplete. So right now, the things we know, we ain't got it all. We don't have it all. It's just like a little speck of light that we see right now. It says now our knowledge is partial and incomplete. And even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture, right? We know what's going to come, but we can't give the details. Like we know Yahweh Shai go come on his chariot, but I can't say, is he going to be standing? Is he going to be sitting on a throne? Because sometimes they say he going to be standing on the in his chariot, like in Second Esdras or in Isaiah, say he could be riding upon a swift cloud. But in Revelation 19, it says he could be sitting upon, that white horse, which is the chariot. So see, we know he go come on a chariot, but we don't know exactly how it's gonna be. What color his garment gonna be? You see what kind of sandals he gonna have? What the kingdom sandals gonna look like? We don't know all that yet, right? It says now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. Right, we know America get hit with missiles, but we don't know the exact locations, why nations go turn against America, like what's gonna be the last reason for America to give them to shoot missiles on them. We don't know that. But the point of the lesson, Proverbs 4, is gonna kind of explain it that as the time goes on in this truth, things gonna get more clearer. Habakkuk 2 coming to mind that at the end it shall speak and not lie, right? Things gonna become more clearer because we not only gonna be saying it on YouTube, on the streets, but it's gonna be happening. And then our faith should skyrocket from that. Because if we believe in now without these things taking place, once they take place, should not your faith increase because you've been believing in that the whole time? You see? Let's finish this though. It says, but when the time of perfection comes, that's when Yahweh Shai come, these partial things will become useless, right? Will become useless. Let's go to verse 12. It says, now we see things imperfectly, like a puzzling reflection in a mirror, but then we will see everything with perfect clarity. And that I know now is partial and incomplete, but then I will know everything completely, just as the Most High knows me completely. See, so even Paul said, we don't know everything right now, Akim, right? We know a little bit, it's like a little reflection in the mirror you can barely see, but as the day of Yahweh Shai come, it should be more obvious to us on what's going on, that what we've been saying is the truth, which hey, we know that right now. So the point is that we know these things now. Once they start playing out, nobody should take us from this faith, man. Not no torture session that Esau might put us through. Nothing, man. Things will become way more clearer to us as believers than they are right now, May 3rd, 7 a.m. in the morning. You see? Now let's get to this precept. So this Proverbs 4, and it's the precept that I had in mind. Real quick, let's read it. Let me just go to the whole chapter because I was looking at different translations. So this Proverbs chapter 4, and we're going to get verse 18. And I'm going to wind it down in a few too. Now check this out. It says, I'm gonna start up. You know what? I'm gonna start at 14 because it's going into the wicked, right? Don't follow after the wicked. And that's the time we're in now. The wicked is ruling, and the point is in verse 18. But let's start at 14. So this is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And that's Esau Edom. This is the society we in. He forcing everybody to fall, to go off to do something against the Most High, especially us as Israelites. He putting out more distractions, more confusion for people out there, to where people, like, again, last night on the Thursday Live, Elder Tazapah was saying, if we didn't have this truth, we would be bugging out too. Because nothing right now in America, in this world, makes sense. Everything is just being done out of order. Come on, man. But the point is, us as believers, the world is beginning to grow more in darkness. But as the world get more darker, that's the point of us receiving this light and understanding what's going on. Because look, as we get closer to the end, people not gonna know what's going on. As we get closer to the end, people ain't gonna have no answers. That's why I say, because look, this is the difference. I'm gonna read this, but this is the difference. Our light gonna shine more as we get closer to the end. But for the people in this world, daylight go dim as we get closer to the end. It reminds me of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, how it says, what it say? How the people look out the window and they see nothing but darkness, right? No hope. Second Ezra, the 5th chapter. It says that the people ain't gonna have no answers, and then unrighteousness and a lack of self-control go increase. So the people gonna bug out because they don't know what's going on. But the worse the world get, the more we should be growing. It says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That's the point. Verse 18, it says, but, see that? See, I love that but, when that but be in there, man, because it said all this, but for us, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. That's the reason I want to do this lesson. This the precept that inspired me to do this lesson. We should all feel like this. The closer we get to the end, the more we should understand, the more we should grow. Our faith should be strengthened like an anchor to where it ain't going nowhere. Because again, if we believing in all these things and they not happening, not really going on like that, once the MOTB be mandated, where should our faith go? Through the roof. We shouldn't lose faith because the MOTB mandated. No, you talking about it the whole time, but when it come, you scared? Come on, man. It says the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. So look, as darkness come into the world, I remember the brother Ashiel, GMS, Diagoras from Basra. He did a lesson a while back, and he was going into stars shine brighter at night. Right? Stars shine brighter at night, talking about the elect with this truth. Once darkness come, once all hell break loose, Jacob's trouble come, hard times come, guess who's still gonna be shining? Those who got the truth. You see? And there's many precepts that back that up. But let's read this same verse, Proverbs 4:18, in a different translation. Let's read the NIV. It says, the path of the righteous is like the morning sun. Right? Because when the sun first peak over the horizon, with the dawn, right? Is it dawn? Yeah, dawn, because I think dusk is when they go down, but dawn, right? Yeah, say dawn. That little speck of light you see? That's us right now. We the speck of sun that come up early in the morning. That's us right now. But the thing is, guess what? That sun gonna keep going up. And as the sun go up, guess what happened? The world get brighter. The Lord used this analogy for us right now. That's why I wanted to get 1 Corinthians 13 first, because right now it seems as if we just got a speck of light. We got a little bit, we know a little bit, we see a little bit, right? When it's just a little bit of light, you see a little bit. But as we get closer to Yahushua coming, more gonna be revealed unto us, man. Let's read this. It says, the path of the righteous in the NIV is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. NLT, the way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines even brighter until the full light of day, man. So again, if we really in this thing, and as the time goes on, again, nobody's faith should be weaker. Nobody should be doubting. This is for us to get stronger, man, as the days go on. Matter of fact, let me get a quick one. I'm thinking of this real quick. This John 2. Now, this dealing with the disciples, just for an example, because Yahushua was telling them the whole time he was going to get crucified, and in 3 days he was going to raise, but they never got it. They didn't understand it. That was like a little speck of light. They knew in part, right? They knew in part. They didn't really get it all the way. But after Yahushua actually was crucified and then literally rose 3 days later, it said that the disciples thought about what he said and they believed. They faith was strengthened, man. That's the same thing for us. Right now, we know a little bit. We was told a little bit. But once we see these things play out and be fulfilled, again, come on, man. Let's get this real quick. I think it's John. Yeah, this is it. This is I'm gonna start up. This is Yahushua speaking. This John chapter 2 and verse 19. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, talking about to those wicked scribes and Pharisees, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days? It says, but he spake of the temple of his body. See, look, man, that's why I love reading Yahushua, because he was going over them niggas' head, man. You see, he was talking about himself being a temple. In 3 days, I'm gonna raise it back up. They were like, man, 46 years this temple was in building. Come on, man. Niggas don't even know what they talking about. But what's the point of this? Because remember, he told his disciples before many times he was going to rise after 3 days. And he even told them, look, I'm going to meet you in Galilee too. Meet me there. Remember, I think it's in Mark 16, he got mad at Peter and then he cursed him out. Like, didn't I tell y'all to meet me in Galilee? You know, why y'all ain't believe? But let's read this. This is the point. Verse 21. But he spake of the temple of his body. Verse 22. And when therefore he was risen from the dead. See, so when it actually happened, when he did rise from the dead after 3 days, which he told his disciples many times. So when it actually happened, it says, when therefore he was risen from the dead, his disciples remembered that he said this unto them, and they believed the scripture and the word which Yahushua said. Come on, man. They believed even more because he told them that. And once they realized, down the Lord, oh, this prophecy, this written, the Lord told us this. They believed more, man. Their faith was strengthened because it actually was true. It's the point. So going back to this, the same thing for us. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 18. The path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. We should be like the disciples, man. Once we start seeing these things happen, our faith should skyrocket. Our hope in the Lord, our trust in the Lord should skyrocket. And this too, as things happen, our fear of the Lord should skyrocket as well, because we about to see some shit in this world go down, man. When the Lord said, I've been meditating on that, bro, the Bible said a time like, and we know the Most High don't downplay nothing. And so much so that Yahushua had to quote this precept. All the scriptures Yahushua could have quoted in the Bible, he quoted, it's going to be a time like never before. And the Most High got to shorten the time because nobody going to be, no flesh going to be saved. Guess what? They not playing. We about to see some stuff, man. It's about to get weird and freaky in this world, man. But as it do though, we should still have a light to see, growing, believing, praying. Again, I like to say this, the worse it get in this world, the better it is for us. One more time, the worse it get in this world, the better it is for us. The sooner Esau coming like a flood with his military, the quicker we gonna get spiritual power and see divine intervention. So it's a win-win situation regardless, man. But let's read this again. I'm gonna end it. Let's read the NLT. It says, the way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, right? I'm sure we all woke up this morning. You see? And what you seeing out the window, that little glimpse of light coming up, that sun. At first little, about 6 a.m., 6:45-ish, at first little gleam of light. But guess what? As the day goes on, the sun rises and it get brighter. That's the point. That's why the Lord uses analogy. Right now, we got a little speck of light that we could see and have something to hope in. But as the days go on, we going to see more, man. It's going to be more obvious and clearer to us. Let me end it off on Habakkuk. It should be more obvious and clearer to us that this is what it is. Real quick, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So let's read verse 2 again, because we got to hit that. Like the apostle Rachabi saying, you got to get all the meat off the bone. So we got to stand on our watch. And look, back then, the prophets or certain watchmen actually had watchtowers to stand on to get a bird's eye view of incoming danger. And when they seen something, they'll blow the horn to the city. But today, we ain't got watchtowers. We do, but we ain't standing on a literal tower. What's the watchtower? These different news websites we can go to, these different apps, RT News, Al Jazeera, Natural News, Blacklisted News, Zero Hedge, all these different channels we can tap into to see what's going on in the world. That's the modern day tower, man. But verse 2 says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision, comma, stop there. The prophets of old, they got the visions, seen dreams, and they wrote them down. Now, what's our part today? Next part, and make it plain upon tables, comma. Let's stop there. So the prophets wrote the vision, but now we here today. breaking down what they wrote, it says making it plain upon tables, meaning easy to be understood. That's what the apostle to heart meant and mean when he's no more than a prophet. Right? The prophets seen all these things, they wrote them down, but they didn't know what they meant. If Daniel was here today, which he is, I believe, because it said he was standing his light at the end. But if I was to see Daniel from the Babylonian Empire right now, the same one who was in there with the lions, and I asked him, Daniel, in your book, the 7th chapter, Daniel 7, you wrote about these beasts, right? He would say, Khan. You see? And if I ask him, well, who the feet and the toes? Or not, well, that's Daniel 2, but who the fourth beast? Who is that? Daniel wouldn't be able to tell me, oh, that was Rome, Mark. And then I said, okay, good. Well, it said Rome fell and then came back revised. Who is that? Daniel won't say that's America, NATO, and the EU because he didn't know it. It wasn't here at the time. It wasn't here at the time. So the prophets of old, they had these visions, they wrote them down. We here today making this ancient book easy to be understood in a modern society. That's what it is. So the prophets of old it says the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. And what's the last step? That he may run that readeth it. Why he gotta run? Now this going back to a post. Like today you got a post office. Used to have a little mail, when I was small, people riding on bikes, throwing the mail, the little newspaper. Well, back then they ain't have no post office. You had posts, which they'll get a message and run through the city and tell everybody. Well, that's the process of us, which is truth. The prophets of old wrote the vision. We here today breaking it down, making it easy to be understood, and therefore the message is spreading, man. The message is spreading. But check this out. The Lord said it's a particular time this message is going to happen. This is what I want. Verse 3. For the vision, those prophecies, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. How is it speaking? Proverbs 4:18 NLT. The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines even brighter until the full day of light. The Lord, how is it speaking? The Lord is allowing these things to play out. We ain't just talking about an MOTB. No, we can get tangible proof now and get an article, get a video, and show you somebody with it in their head or hand buying and selling. We can show you that. We can show you missiles in the ground right now. All they need is somebody to, like the girl in Rush Hour, push the fucking button. That's it. We just need somebody to push the button. So the Lord has given us proof that these things are so, and it's speaking by happening, man. And for us, that's why I got that in Proverbs again. For us, it should be, our faith should strengthen, man, because we believe in these things without even seeing them. How much more when we see them? That's why I got John 2. Yahweh Shai told his disciples multiple times, I'm gonna be crucified, and on the third day, I'm gonna rise. Well, after he rose the third day, it says they remembered it, and then they believed more. Come on, man. The same thing for us. But let's finish this. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see? But I'm gonna end it right there. I just want to touch on that. In that Proverbs, Let me read the Amplified Bible version. In Proverbs 4:18, it says, but the path of the just or the righteous is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until it reaches its full strength and glory in a perfect day. Hey, I got another one. Glory to glory. 2 Corinthians 3:18, because it's a process. It says, but we all with open face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord. Right. We only know but a little. It says, but are changing into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. So look, we trying to be like Yahweh Shai. And so as we trying to be like Yahweh Shai, we're going to level up. We should level up, going from one glory, first year in the truth, then you level up to this one, then we go constantly go from different stages in his truth. All the way up until the day Yahweh Shai come, then he gonna actually make us like him. That's Ephesians 4. We measuring up to the stature right now. But the point is, we gotta go from glory to glory. And in that, once a man go from one stage in his walk to another, right? the light gonna shine more. This should become more obvious to us as we in this truth, man. Because when we first came in, we heard certain things. You're like, it's the kingdom really for. I ain't gonna lie. Once I heard everything, I was with it. But I remember I called my brother, my biological brother. I was like, bro, we Israelites trying to tell him the kingdom for us. This nigga replied and said, man, I can't see how everything for us though. Like, you don't think that's wrong? And I'm like, bro, what? This is like I'm in the truth like 3 months. I'm still listening to IUIC at this time. 3-4 months. I call him. I'm excited. He said that, right? But I don't even know why I brought that up. What I bring that up? I don't know. Oh, right. Because at first when we came into the truth, some things we probably guessed about, right? We was kind of had to study a little more, go into some more precepts, wanted, brothers as they doing a lesson to give a little more proof to show us. No, we shouldn't be like that. This thing should be completely obvious to us, man. No questions asked. And again, it's like a step. Granted, yes, we need faith and hope all the way until the day we see Yahweh Shai come. The thing is, our faith and hope should be so strong from today moving forward to where we got to know these things, man. Again, I don't hope I'm an Israelite. Y'all shouldn't hope y'all Israel. We should know we Israelites, man. We shouldn't hope. I believe the white man is Esau, Edom. No, we know this. We know it is. Well, I hope America, Babylon the Great. No, it is Babylon the Great. You see? So these things should be obvious to us as we go on, man. I don't hope the apostles got the truth. Guess what? We know the men got the truth, man. We know the men got the truth. This ain't no thing of guessing no more, man. That's the point of this lesson. We ain't in a time of guessing no more. Things, as the title says, things will get more clear for us the closer we get to the end. We ain't guessing no more, man. Let's get this. Inshallah, I'm Tala Akim Akwath again, Yahbashim al Shai Brakatham, the brother Barry Hawashai. Let me get that brother. Let me get you a wrench, Ak. Get brother a wrench. That is, bro. You got a wrench. But Barry Hawashai, 1 Thessalonians 5:5. It says, ye are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us be sober. Let us watch and be sober. That's it. You see, the closer we get to the end, the more these people go be forced in the darkness. Which not saying they got to go in a room and turn off the lights. No, they go be forced into not knowing what's going on. No hope, no understanding. That's 2 Esdras 5. But us, the Lord gonna force us into trusting in him more, man. Understanding the story even that much more. Again, in a time when Jacob's trouble happened, man, I can only imagine what a faith of the elect gonna be in that day. Men gonna be doing all kind of stuff. Imagine where that faith gonna be, because they gonna be seeing what they've been believing and preaching in the whole time. They finally gonna be seeing it play out. You see? But I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, the water for tuning in. But hey, things should get more clear for us the closer we get to the end. And once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as they elders as well. And peace and blessings to all you Akim who out there pushing his word with all truth and sincerity. And as well as to all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. Hey, keep fighting and keep pushing, man. We almost out of here. Hey, the Lord gonna add unto us too as the day goes on, man. Believe that. But hey, shalom.